Welcome to my show, Startups for Breakfast. We are in conversation with Rajneesh Khullar, a corporate leader, decided to pursue his passion and dream. But the line what he has chosen is quite intriguing. He has chosen astrology as a stream of business activity for him. Once again, welcome to my show, Rajneesh.
Thank you, Ravi.
Before we delve deeper into the conversation about astrology, the various types, what intrigued you to get into it, let me understand the interesting journey of over 3 decades what you had in corporate.
Oof, that's a big one. Ravi, actually, I was 21 when I took my first job. That was Kelvinator, and as I rose through the ranks, from a sales executive to sales officer to senior manager and all that stuff.
Designations very exciting.
Designations were very exciting.
But we continue to do the same job.
yes. I mean, it was nothing different.
Correct.
But I'll tell you, my first job, I actually learned a lot of things because I traveled across India.
Correct.
In fact, one of the places you were there with me.
Correct.
So that was Cuttack, wherein we went inside deep mines.
Deep minings of Odisha.
Yeah. Orissa Mining Corporation, which was
Absolutely.
But see, I'll tell you what. There was a great learning. Then I moved on. Few jobs here and there. I was in HCL also, typewriter company. I was Karamchand Thapar Balarpur Industries. Then I moved on to Rico India, and from Rico India, of course, it's RBG Rico, and then became, and then Modi Xerox, and then Xerox, and then I moved on to Sham Telecom. Actually, 1 year I was with an e-recruitment company, which is now Monster. Earlier I was with Jobs Ahead. So, I mean, the most interesting part here was that, I mean, I've changed six, seven. This is my 7th job, and every company I joined became a MNC, or they were bought over by a MNC.
Okay.
So,
Interesting.
So only one.
So you were carrying your luck and star along with you wherever you went?
Correct.
Okay, fine.
Correct.
Okay.
So I can give you examples on this, that Kelvinator, Electrolux and
Whirlpool
bought it. And then only Thapars was the one which was nothing there, but even HCL actually was the typewriter company, was also a part of one of the English companies.
Correct.
And then
was it Network
Limited.
Okay.
And then if you see Rico, it was RPG Rico, and then Rico Japan took over it. And then it was Modi Xerox, it became Xerox.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So that, and Tata Teleservices, which I was a general manager of, it was Tata Docomo.
Correct.
So Docomo actually had influence. When I joined, within 6 months, 8 months, it became. So this was a pattern which I realized a year and a half back also. Like what has happened throughout my life. So, and why can't I think different?
Out of the box.
And use this skill which I have attained. In fact, I'm a shishya of KenRa, the legendary KenRa, who actually is in 1982, he actually was a competitor auditor general of India.
Okay.
And he left that job, and in fact, he was retired, and then he moved on to a journey where he was, making students in astrology. He's a legend. He's right now in Bangalore. He's a very old guy. He's 93 years old, and that's where I think I got inspired by his. He attained the highest level of job, and then he moved on to astrology.
Yes, astrology is also a psychology.
See, you know what? Whenever any student comes, or any we say Jatak, the native, comes to you, he's always either trashed or he's having a lot of problems in his life. So what happens is, as an astrologer, you have to see his chart and give him the prediction. However, you have to be a psychologist also to understand deep inside what he's thinking, right? And what is his thought process. Otherwise, you'll not be able to give him the right prediction. That's where is the work life of astrologer becomes. You have to see. You just can't give a prediction just like that based on charts only, because it is very important, which I mentioned in my previous podcast, which was said that Desh Kal Patra. Let's see the Patra right now. Let's see the Desh right now, and see the
how relevant is to the today's context, and accordingly you do the predictions.
There's written, Parashar has written, he'll have reverence from the king.
But Raja kahan hai?
राजा कहाँ है?
Okay.
So राजा जो है वो अब राजा है government.
Correct.
That means he'll earn some contracts from the government.
Correct.
So you have to decipher everything. Erstwhile, like Nostradamus wrote a lot of things. People are not able to decipher what is written there.
Correct.
Right. So there's an interesting thing which I will tell you later. That Sanskrit, you see, what is the closest language of Sanskrit? Closest place where you'll be surprised. Panini started the grammatical way of Sanskrit sitting in Lahore.
Fantastic. Okay.
So Panini actually was one person who actually said that there are a lot of people, knowledgeable people, sages, etc., but they talk different languages. It is very difficult to understand. Although Sanskrit is a very old language, but
Sanskrit is the mother of all languages, isn't it?
Yes, true. But Panini made it a shape so that everybody can understand and deliver. So there Panini actually, and the closest language, you will be surprised, is Punjabi to Sanskrit.
Is it so?
Why? Today's world. Why? Because there are certain words used is from Gurmukhi. Why? Because this gentleman was in Lahore and he wrote that grammar.
Okay. Quite interesting. Now let's start understanding. Why do you thought astrology can be a stream of entrepreneurship for you?
See, my thought is that, if a person like Comptroller Auditor General moves out and he starts his teaching astrology, I can do the same.
All right. That sounds very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And do you see the revenue stream for your business will be at the same phase as a tech company?
Why not? See, I'll tell you what, if you have astrology in the old style and you can actually phase in astrology, the technology now, the technology will help actually giving you more scale.
Now, let me tell you why did I ask this question. There are dime a dozen applications, apps which is available out there in the market, which says that I can predict your future, download this app, pay this money, and I have so many consultants who is in the is part of my ecosystem, and all you need to do is either you can get into a chat with him or with her, or you have to pay per minute 60 rupees, 50 rupees, 40 rupees, whatever you say. And somebody said about a couple of years ago, that's $1 billion idea. So what's your vision for your entrepreneurship?
You see, I'll tell you what, there are many sites which do that, but that's something like a run of a mill. Now, if you have to infuse technology into the planets, then you have to think very differently. I mean, I can put up a site now and start off that I can put 20 consultants there sitting there. They have to just log in and they say, okay, this is the prediction. This is not, it happens.
It doesn't happen that way.
No, it does not happen.
Why do you say so?
Because I'll tell you, while you and me are talking, you have something going on in the back of your mind.
Correct.
That's what? You actually did not kiss your wife and you came back home, straight to office.
Correct. Right.
But you had to actually give some money to your child. You did not do that.
Right.
So basically, you have to have your thought process very, very clear when you deliver this thing. So coming back to this question of yours, that why astrology can be infused in entrepreneurship, is today, as I said, the corporate world is actually running into lot of issues, not only financial, but the people who actually work there.
Hold on to your thoughts. Thank you for watching our channel, Startups for Breakfast. We are having a very interesting conversation with Rajneesh Khullar. After completing about more than 3 decades of corporate experience, he embarked into a journey of entrepreneurship and startup in Vedic astrology. Wait for more for the next episode. If you need to reach us, do write to us in the email ID which is flashing in the screen. Thank you so much. Wait for the next episode. Thanks, Rajneesh.
Thank you, Ravi.